Good morning. It is Thursday, May 8th, 2025, day 11 of my trip across America. It is time for me to get going. It's another late start. It's around 11 a.m. and we're expecting severe thunderstorms around 3:30, 4 o'clock and onward. The goal for today? I really don't have one. I'll get as far as I can, but I'm looking at Damascus, Virginia in about 2-3 hours, depending on the hills, and then hopefully Hayter's Gap. The correct pronunciation might be Hayter's Gap, but the cyclists call it Hayter's Gap because it's a hill like that. Anyway, time for me to push off. One after another. There's been some really cool waterfalls this morning. Didn't take pictures because it was raining a little bit much, but man, I want to jump in right there. Yeah, that's not clouds. That's rain. There's about 150 feet over there. There are like 3 cows. They're hiding underneath a tree. And back about a mile, some trail angels underneath a tent offering me beer, cupcakes, and all that. Had to pass, but much appreciated. Yesterday I had mentioned that there are a lot of trees down. Yeah, there's utter devastation down here. Everywhere I go, you could see where the roads were washed out. A couple bridges were washed out. And trees, they're just down everywhere like this or more. I believe this was from those storms back last year. Just incredible. One of the many waterfalls that I've seen today. This one I'm able to get a little closer to. The others were a little off the road a bit. Just a nice ride today. Ah, but all those cars that passed me, no one could have told me about this. Let's see if it's actually closed. Let's see if I can get through. Explain why there are no cars on the road. My day's getting interesting. I have to follow the truck out. They didn't want to let me through at first. That was from the storm damage. Oh, there goes my Escort. I think I've had enough diesel fuel fumes for a while. I'm heading that way to Hayter's Gap, and I just figured I'd take a quick stop and show you the scenery. The telephone truck just popped into view, so I can't do nothing about that. But somewhere along that ridge line, I crossed over those mountains into Damascus. I was going to get my tire changed, but the 2 stores were more like rentals than tire repair. So I'm on my way. Just trying to make some new friends. Why is it every time I pass cows, they all stare at me? It's like they're up to something. Anyway. This is Hayter's Gap Road, or Hayter's Gap Road. Once you come to the town of Hayter's Gap, you'll see the elementary school, senior center, and public library, all in the same building. A little way down the road, you have to make a left-hand turn. I don't think it's really a left-hand turn. I think it's all the same road. But anyway, it's this road, Hayter's Gap Road. And as soon as you get on it, it starts going uphill fast. Once it reached 4.8%, I had to stop and start pushing. I don't want to hurt my knees any further, and my gears, anything higher, they start shifting back and forth. So I don't want to damage them. Pretty sure it's the spring in the derailleur. Anyway, I got a couple miles of this. And then hopefully the Methodist Church is open for cyclists. I hope I've reached the top of Hayter's Gap. I'll find out soon enough. Was this the worst hill I've been on? No. Was this the worst hill of the TransAmerica? No. The worst was from Afton to the Blue Ridge Parkway. This would be a second. This would be a fourth in my entire trip. I had 2 hills on the Atlantic Coast Trail. Each took me about 2 hours to climb, and they were a much higher grade. One was in Pottsville, Pennsylvania. The other one was in New Jersey by one of the national parks. Coming down the mountain's not so bad. But I didn't realize this turned into a one-lane road. I don't even remember when it did. I guess this is why people don't like it so much, or have some choice words for this road. Well, I got caught in the rain again. Could be worse. I got 2.3 miles to go till I get to the church, and hopefully I get there somewhat dry. Doubt it. I needed another shower. Why not? I don't know if you could see it, but it's cats and dogs out there. It is the end of day 11. Not a bad day. Pretty good. I got about 57.5 miles in, and now I'm at the Elk Garden United Methodist Church in Rosedale, Virginia. Not only is this a church, but it's a hostel for cyclists on the Trans Am. You could sleep inside or you could sleep outside underneath the pavilion. There's a full kitchen with possibly some food in the pantry or refrigerator for future cyclists. As you know, as I came closer to the church, I poured on me, so everything's drying out. And, well, there's not much more to say. Tomorrow I'm looking to get into Kentucky. It's about 50 miles from here. So fingers crossed.